Hello and welcome to the IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. We are live from Almaty, Kazakhstan, and as we finish off this competition, we are looking forward to next week when we'll be welcoming the classic powerlifting athletes to South Africa. We are in the last day of the IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships presented by Eleiko and SBD in this, the 50th anniversary year of the IPF. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Eleiko and SBD, without whom we could not do these championships. Eleiko make the best platform equipment in the world. The bar and rack you can see at the moment, including the plates and the platform, are all made by Eleiko. And SBD provide the best strength apparel relied upon by strength athletes around the world. My name is Jo Whiteley, and it has been my privilege and pleasure to bring these championships to you. We have the 83 kilo and 93 kilo open men. Here's the running order. We're going to run this as two groups. 83 kilo open men will come out first, and then we'll have the B group with the 93s. Leading us out, we have Lauren Cohen from the US. He competed equipped, finished just off the podium earlier in the week, and this was characteristic from what we saw from him in the equipped competition. Likes to maximise his time on the platform. He's opening his account with 122.5. So everyone in this group is an open 83 kilo lifter. Nice and easy for Lauren. Next out we have Vincent Prakash Kala from India for 140. Being coached by his teammate who's out in the next lift, I think, in the next group. Had to put a little bit of work in. But it was certainly well within his strength range. But the referees saw something they didn't like, so what was that? Now, the one thing that I might have missed there, because I can't actually hear the referee's commands, so he may have jumped one of the commands. That was no lift to Carlo. He gets the opportunity to come out and have another go at that. Benjamin Hock from Germany is next. 157.5 on the bar. Well, strength is no problem. But 2-1, no lift. I think we're going to see a bit of butt lift there if we get the side view. It was slight, but it was there, so he will have to retake that opening lift. Richard Kerr-Phillips next from New Zealand. Kiwi lifters always have a long way to travel. Relatively new lifter. He's opening with 157.5. I'm just being told to take off his thumb loops. You cannot have the thumb loops around your thumb. He's going to have to take the bar soon though. 16 seconds on the clock. And he didn't wait for the start command. You cannot underestimate how much nerves play a part in this. He just let nerves get the better of him, that one I think. He will get the opportunity to come out again for that. Next out we have Jeffrey Hasselt, Netherlands, for 180. Looked comfortable. 2-1, a good lift. He took a yellow card failure from the side referee. His butt was up. I can see the jury on their feet. That lift is going to be overturned. So that was the Dutch lifter, Hasselt, and no lift. So we have Fahid Saleh from Iran for 185. I don't think I've ever seen so many failures on the openers in Classic Bench. 4 out of the 5. I mean, you see this all the time in Equipped. But the lifters have to take into account the distance travelled and the altitude we're at. But this is 185 for Farid Saleh. I think he jumped the press command, you know. I watched that back, it may have been something different. Oh, there's a bit of butt lift too. So I'm not certain which one of those he was actually failed for. The yellow card can cover a range of failures. Blue is downward movement or soft lockout. Red is for failing to bring the bar to the chest or touching the belt. You don't see that one very often. Yellow is everything else. So here's Kim Beck Gunderson from Norway for 185. Nice and strong. Kurel Bartas Sotnomdoj from Mongolia is coming out now to open his account with 192.5. And that just looks too heavy. That is a no lift for Subnom Dodge. Wow, we are having a difficult session today. Vladimir Tsaturian is coming out now. He is from Ukraine and he took the silver medal last year. I think he was a world champion in 2017. Held the world record at one point at 2:16. His later taken by Yusuke Suzuki, Owen Hubbard, Mehdi Sari. It belongs to Yusuke Sasari now. I'm sorry, Yusuke Suzuki. Oh, that is no lift for Tsaturian. Oh my word. We are having a difficult time today. Now that wasn't butt lift, so I'm not entirely sure what the failure was. Yusuke Suzuki, he holds the world record right now. I'm sorry, it's Mehdi Sari with 2:19. So, with only 2 lifters on the board at this point, we have Yusuke Suzuki on the platform right now for a massive 207.5. Well, it wasn't easy, but it's failed. It was a yellow failure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Mehdi Sari, Team France, for the same weight, 207.5. He is much lighter than Suzuki. He's the lightest lifter in class, apart from Lauren Cohen, at 78.65. He's a very light 83. Holds the world record at 2:19. He set that in Lithuania, this competition last year, where he took the gold medal. It's a very, very high arch, short stroke. And that's no lift. It looked like it was hopping about on his chest, so he wasn't getting start command. And when you have such a high arch like that, it's a fragile position. You cannot. Wow, you have the standings on the screen at the moment, and that is a shocker. I've never seen anything like it in raw bench. I don't think I've seen anything like that in equip bench. 2 lifters on the board. Could we see a brand new lifter, Lauren Cohen, go home with a medal today? So here comes Lauren Cohen. He is in 2nd place as we move into round 2. And he's moved up to 132.5. Only 15 seconds left. I am not going to anticipate the referee's decision, but that is a good lift for Lauren Cohen. He sits in 2nd place. Here comes Vincent Prakash Carlo for his second attempt at 140. I mean, absolute shock at the sea of red on the scoreboard. Two to one, a good lift. He is on the board and he's in third place. I'm sorry, he's in second place. Benjamin Hawk, Germany. Second attempt at this weight, 157.5. I'm going to leave off calling the positions, as I'm hoping a lot more of these lifters will get a lift in. So that will move with every lift. So let's run through the second round and then we can start to look at positions in round 3. Good lift, he's on the board. Richard Kerr-Phillips, he's coming out again for 157.5. I think he used up a lot of his time and then he jumped the start command, so I think it's just a little bit of nerves. Could really do with shortening that setup. It doesn't leave him anywhere to go if he is asked to replace the bar, but that looked good. 3 white lights, he's on the board, he will be relieved. Jeffrey Hasselt next from the Netherlands, 180 again. I think it was butt lift, but forgive me if I've lost track of some of these failures. There were an awful lot of them. Let's hope he can get on the board this time. Good lift, 2 to 1. His butt was up. I can't see the jury moving. He's on the board. Next out we have Kirill Batas Sodnomodoj. It just looked too heavy, I think. He's repeating 192.5. Oh, looked much better this time. And the referees agree. We're getting some of these lifters on the board, which is a relief. Farid Saleh has gone up. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this. I wasn't sure if he jumped the command, the press command, or there was a bit of butt lift. But I think it was a 2-1 failure on 185, so he's gone up to 192.5. And this will move him up to second. Could do with getting on with it. I get very stressed when I can see the clock counting down. And he made a small technical error on the chest. I think he lost tightness as the bar sat on his chest. Hopefully we'll see that back. It just seems to sink a little bit on the other side, and maybe he just lost tightness. He gets another go at that. But it does show, even when you're feeling strong, that your first job is to get one on the board. Here is a man who did just that. He got one of two men in the group who got his opener, Kim Beck Gunderson. Gone up to 192.5. This will move him into first place. And that's a good lift for him, and he moves into the lead. Vladimir Tsaturian. Second attempt at 197.5. I don't remember what he failed for. Actually, I think it was butt lift. I'm not certain, if I'm honest. I think I was in shock by this stage in the first round. He seems to be just dumping it on his chest, but I think that's his style. That went all the way to the top very strongly. And he's on the board. He's on the board and he's in the lead. He does just seem to dump the bar on his chest. Yusuke Suzuki, he has been here all week, coaching. Big team from Japan here. I wasn't entirely certain what his first was failed for. Yellow card failure can cover a multitude of sins. And that's a lot of work to do. But he's on the board and he is in the lead, which must be a huge relief. For his coach as much as for him. Kept his butt planted. That was a lot of work though for a second lift. And next out in the same position, Mehdi Sahi. Lighter than Suzuki, this will put him into the lead. It seemed to me that the bar was moving around on his chest, so it took a while to get the start command, by which time he'd used up all his energy. That was much better this time. And Mehdi Sahi, Team France, goes straight into first place. Okay. So here are standings as we go into round 3 with Sari leading from Suzuki from Saturnian. So here we go, it is round 3 and Lauren Cohen is on the platform. He was briefly in second place. Dropped a little way down the field now that people have got to lift in. He's out for 137.5. Good lift, he is 3 for 3, sitting in 10th at the moment. Here's Vincent Prakash Carlo for 145. He has been asked to replace the bar. Feet must be flat on the floor. He's still got time. He's to keep his feet flat. And he's got the start command. No, just a bit too much. Leaves him with the best of 140. 9th place. Benjamin Hock, Germany. Only got up 2.5. This is 160. The jury is on their feet. No, we are not seeing any overturns. Looks like a well-judged third attempt. 3 white lights. Here we go with Richard Kerr-Phillips, New Zealand, for 165. A little bit too heavy, leaves him with the best of 157.5 in 8th place. Jeffrey Hasselt, Netherlands, is coming out next for 187.5. 187.5 on the bar. Two to one, a good lift. Sixth place. So we have a lifter in trouble here. We have Farid Saleh from Iran. He opened at 185 and missed that lift. He missed 192.5 for his second, and that did look too heavy. I think he just maybe lost a bit of tightness on one side, so let's hope he can get this. It's 12.5 kilos above his stated PB. And it's just too much, unfortunately. So he will not place in the competition. Always a risky move to go up, having missed your opener. Something I have done myself, and I understand why someone would do it, but it is risky. Koel Bata Sodnomdorj from Mongolia is coming out now for 200 in an attempt to get onto the podium. He had absolutely nothing to lose, but that would not go, and that leaves him with the best of 192.5, fifth place. Kim Beck Gunderson now to take the bronze with 200, sitting in fourth place right now, wants to move ahead of Saturian. No, it's a little bit too much, leaves him with the best of 192.5. And fourth place. 3 lifts remain in the 83s. They're all monsters. I can see Yusuke Suzuki was initially in for 215. He's dropped that to 210. In single lift bench, you have 2 changes to your third attempt, just as you would have on deadlift in a 3 lift competition. So here is Yusuke Suzuki for 210. This will move him ahead of the French lifter, Sarri. With Saturian and Sarri still to lift in the third round. So these positions are not set. Any one of these top 3 lifters could take the win here today. And I think he's done his part. 2-1, a good lift. Suzuki moves into the lead. And he's going to have a tense few minutes now, waiting to see, we have a change. So Just waiting for that to filter through. Saturian has gone up to, I'm sorry, yeah, it's going to be Vladimir Saturian for 212.5. It was going to be for 210, but he is 600 grams heavier than Suzuki, so he has to lift more to go past. 212.5 on the bar, which forces Zaharie actually to take 215. He can't now drop to 212.5 because he has the higher lot number. So you can't drop to a weight that would have meant you should have gone first. No, that is no lift. That is no lift for Saturian. He cannot improve on third. One lift remains. So Mehdi Sari has put a change in.
Zaharie is now going for the same weight, 212.5. What number? What number? It's got the higher number. Okay, sorry. 212.5 on the bar, Mehdi Zaharie. The bar is loaded. This is for the world.
Yeah, it is the higher lot number. It's 212.5. 212.5 on the bar. Sorry, it's good. If he'd had the lower lot number, he couldn't have dropped to it, but it is higher. I was looking down at the wrong one. 212.5 on the bar to take the gold medal. He was the gold medalist last year. He missed 207.5, got it on his second. This is 215. And I'm waiting for the referee's decision. That is a good lift. Mehdi Sari, Team France, takes the gold medal. So that leaves Suzuki in second place. Sorry, we had standings there for a second, but we've lost them and they've gone off my screen. So it was Saturian, the Ukrainian, who took the bronze. We move straight into the 93s now. And we have 11 lifters in this group. And we're being led out with Michel El Malouf from Lebanon. I think he lifted in the equipped earlier in the week. Although now I look at it, maybe he didn't. Just one I'd seen his name earlier in the week, but I can't see it in the equipped lift. But here he is for 160. Just waiting for the referee's decision. We've gone to flags, and he has 3 white flags. So that's a good lift. He's on the board. So next out we have Yasuki Yamashita, Japan, for 180. Very controlled, easy press. We have Ryan McClellan from Canada out next for 190.
Bars loaded, 190 kilos, Ryan McClellan, Canada.
Competed in Tokyo in 2019. Didn't see him in Lithuania last year. Of course, travel restrictions were still in place in some places. Made it a little bit difficult. And he made that look very easy. Well, the side referees have turned that down, so let's see if we can spot what they saw. Oh, butt lift. Your butt must remain on the floor. Here's Chris Teague from Great Britain. Competed in the Tokyo as well. Didn't come to Lithuania last year. He's opening with 192.5. Had to put some work in to get that to the top. Wasn't super easy. And it's been turned down. We didn't get all the replay there, so I'm not sure what for. There's some foot movement. But the feet are allowed to move laterally, but they cannot lift. Jarle Unaheim from Norway for 192. So I can see the British team coach, Matt Brignall, is at the jury table questioning why that lift was failed. I think I would do the same because I couldn't see what happened. And that was a good lift for Jarle Unaheim. Odgandalai Sent Ayush is going to come out next for 195. Excuse me. The screens don't match. It says 197.5 up on the board. But 195. There's 197.5 loaded on the bar, and that's what's on the scoreboard. Yeah, there's 197 is on the bar, but the but on some parts of the screen it's showing 195, but on the scoreboard 197.5. So we're just trying to sort out. I've never seen this before. The screen, there is a disparity between what's being shown on one screen and what's being shown on another.
Okay, so this should be 197.5.
Okay, so we've agreed that the attempt to 197.5. I don't know why some of the information is showing 195. But 197.5 is the weight on the bar, so that's what we've got. I'm sorry for the confusion. This is Otgondalai Sendayush from Mongolia, 197.5. It really throws a lifter, having got on the bench and got off again. But that is 2-1, a good lift. I'm not sure what the centre referee saw there. Obviously we're watching that back from the side, so we didn't see what he saw. And we have Jakub Sedlacek. Coming out next. 205 kilos on the bar. Slow and steady with 205. Three white lights. He's on the board. We have 4 more lifts to go in this round. Initially, we had 3 lifters at 210 and Gabalea at 207, but I can see that Soy's gone up to a massive 217.5 for his opener. This is David Gabalea, Georgia, 207.5 on the bar. He flared very early, moved the bar towards his face. I think that was a technical error. I think he's got the strength and he'll be able to get that next time. But that's no lift for David Gabalea. Ogilbold Galdan, Mongolia, is coming out now for 210. This matches his current best. Oh, that was nice and easy. Next out, we have Bogdan Bon from Ukraine for 210. He is the incoming world champion. Had a difficult journey here and not had much access to training equipment as a lot of the Ukrainian team have. So I think just very happy to be here. 210 on the bar. Lovely. 3 white lights, he's on the board. He goes to the top of the table. There's some confusion on the board. The Mongolian lifter isn't showing in the rankings correctly. So, yeah, Bon did not go into the lead there. He's behind Galdan as he is heavier on body weight. But this is Vyacheslav Tsoy, Kazakhstan, for 217.5. And that was super easy. Oh no, that was no lift. I just heard the MC say that he jumped the press command. I can't really hear the referee's commands from here, so that's a hard one to pick up. But that was no lift. Leaves Mongolia's, here we have the standings, but the top one isn't correct. The top lift is not correct. It's Galden from Bond from Sedlacek at the moment. Send Ayush, it should be in 4th place. Yeah, 4th place is missing. It's showing as first for some reason. So we're into the second round. And this is Michel. His PB on his card is 1,850. Don't think that's quite right. And that's just too heavy today. No lift at 167.5. So we have Ryan McClellan coming out for his second attempt at 190. It was a very easy lift, if I remember rightly. I think we maybe had a bit of butt lift. Strong. 2-1, a good lift. Just see the replay to see if we can pick that up. Yeah, I didn't really see what the failure was there. And we have Chris Teague coming out for his second attempt at 192.5. I know that the team coach challenged this. I didn't really see what the failure was. I don't think we've got a replay of it. Well, it stalled a little bit. It looked like he had to put some effort in, but it's a good lift and he's on the board. Goes up to 6th place. Yasuki Yamashita is out now. For 192.5. We last saw him in Tokyo, I think. He didn't come out to Lithuania. He took the gold medal in the equipped competition. No lift. So again, I'm going to watch back the butt lift. Butt's right off already. In fact, it barely touched the bench all the way through. So he'll get another attempt at that. And we have Jarle Unaheim from Norway for 202.5. Easy. And that moves him up a place to 4th. Wait, no, it'll be 5th. That's right. So we have Georgian lifter out next, David Gabalea. Second attempt at 207.5. No, just too heavy. 2020 hindsight is very easy, but this is why we talk all the time about picking a super easy opener that you can do for 3 on your worst day. Because you're in an unfamiliar environment, you've had a difficult journey, maybe not slept, had different food. Okay, we have an issue with the information for Odgun Dalai Sendayush for some reason. So 207.5 is the weight he's going to come out for. He's in 4th place right now, and this will move him to 3rd. Been plagued by some technical difficulties today, but we are working through them. And this is Odgun Dalai Sendayush from Mongolia, and that's just a bit too heavy.
No lid for Sendayush at 207.5. Next weight on the bar is 212.5. This is Jakub Sedlacek, Czechia.
Jakub Sedlacek is coming out next. This will move him into 1st place. This is 212.5. And that's a strong lift. Moves him into 1st place. We have Orgilbol Galdan Mongolia now for 220 to retake that 1st place. This is 10 kilos over his current best. Strong, moves him ahead. Next out we have Vyacheslav Tsoy from Kazakhstan. Missed his opener at 217.5, but he's looking to stay in touch at the front, so he has gone up to 222.5. Now it just looked very heavy. Oh, I think it got turned down 2-1. We have had so many failures in this session, especially in Group A. It's been really hard to keep track. Oh, but that looked very good. Let's see what the side refs think. They say yes. So Tsoy moves into the lead with 222.5. Next we have out the Ukrainian lifter, Bogdan Bon. He's taken a massive jump to 222.5. He's lighter than Tsoy, so this will put him in 1st place. And that is a strong lift. Bogdan Bon. I'm hesitating and waiting for the referee's light. 2-1, he takes the lead. So as we move into the third round, we have Bon from Toy from Galdan. And there's everything to play for in the third round. I think 222.5 was the weight that Bogdan Bon won with last year, so shows the standard of competition that that's only second round lift and nobody is securing their position. This is Michel El-Malouf for his third attempt. Oh, and it was a little better this time. Definitely a little better. And he's a fighter. How he got that to the top, I have no idea. But it's no lift. It was just too scrappy. It went up and down and all over the place. But honestly, the grit and determination to keep grinding through. Oh, Bon, the Ukrainian, he's had his lift overturned. That is no lift for Bogdan Bon. I didn't catch the failure, I'm sorry. But lift, apparently. My colleague informs me. So we have Soy from Galdan from Sedlacek at the top of the table. Here comes Ryan McClellan for his third attempt. Just looking at the third attempt lifts that have gone in, I'm sorry, it's been a very confusing competition. It's hard to see who's going for which position here. But currently we have Canadian lifter Ryan McClellan looking to move up a couple of places with 200 kilos. Two to one, good lift. And he moves up to sixth. Yeah, there's a lot of movement there. He kept at least a little bit of his butt on the bench at all times. And we have Chris Teague now looking to move back ahead. This will move him up a couple of places at least. That's just a bit too heavy. Leaves him with the best of 192.5 and 8th place, I think. Jarle Underheim, Norway, for 210. He's heavier than Bon, so he won't move ahead of him. And that looks good. 3 white lights and a good lift. He got all 3 of his lifts in. The only lifter to do that so far in this round. Now we have a Georgian lifter now. He missed 207.5 for his first and second lift. He's gone up 5 kilos. I don't think it was a technical failure. It looked to be. Yeah, he's not going to come out for. He's left lifting as a courtesy to the lifters to make sure they have sufficient time to rest and prepare and recover. So it is considered to be a politeness to leave an attempt in rather than scratch. It's more important on equipped lifting where a lifter might have their knees wrapped. So this is a good opportunity to thank our sponsors, Eleiko, who provide all the platform equipment and is some of the best, or certainly, in my opinion, the bar of bars, the Eleiko competition bar. And they have the plates and combo rack and platform that we see in front of us right now. And also SBD, the other presenting sponsor, the apparel manufacturer relied upon by strength athletes around the world, as you can see in front of you there. We have the scoreboard working. Fantastic. So we can take a look at the standings as we have them. Tsoi is leading from Galdan from Sedlacek, and Bon from Unaheim with 5 lifts yet to go. So we're loading the bar now for Jakub Sedlacek. This will move him into the lead. And the bar's loaded for Jakub. Sitting in third place, absolutely not secure in third place because Bon and Yamashita are going to try and come past. But this is his attempt to take the lead from Tsoi. Just a little bit too heavy, worth a try. So he's going to have to wait to see whether Bon or Yamashita can come past him. And here comes the Ukrainian lifter, Bogdan Bon, to retake 222.5, which was the jury overturned it for, I'm told, butt lift. Great to see that there's a Ukrainian team here this week. Had some great success with especially with the ladies. And obviously Chiprinko took the 74s. I'm sorry, he didn't. He took the 74s in the equipped. He was silver medalist in the classic. And it's gone all the way. Did he keep his butt down? He did. So Bogdan Bon moves into first place. However, 3 lifts yet to go. We have the incoming world champion sitting in first place, but he is not secure. Yasuki Yamashita was successful with his open of 180. He missed 192 and he's added 30 kilos to the bar. He looks very relaxed about it. But this seems ambitious. Nope, that's going nowhere. So that leaves him with the best of 180 and 9th place. Now 2 lifts remain. We have a world championship battle on our hands. Next out, Orgilbold Galdan from Mongolia. He's 2 for 2 right now. His second was 220. This is 227.5 to go past Bon. Taking a moment to compose himself. he is on the podium. He is guaranteed at least the bronze medal. But I'm sure he'd like that to be gold. I think he's got it. I think he's moved into the lead. The referees think so too. We have Galden in the lead ahead of Bon with Tsoi still to go.
This, if successful, will take the world title for Vyacheslav Tsoi. 230 kilos on the bar. The bar is loaded.
Last lift of the session, Vyacheslav Tsoi, Kazakhstan, for 230 kilos. He's heavier than Galdan, so he has to press more to take the win. World Championship title. I think he's got his family here today. I can see in the audience they have a banner for him. Vyacheslav Tsoi to take the World Championship title, and it won't go. He's devastated, but you know what? He still takes the bronze medal. We have Galden in the lead in gold medal position. Bon takes the silver, and Tsoi takes the bronze. That was a hugely dramatic session. It was very confusing for me in particular, but these are the results as we had them. With Galdan from Mongolia taking the gold, Bon from Ukraine taking the silver, and Tsoi from Kazakhstan taking the bronze. We're going to have the medal presentation soon. I hope you'll stick around for that. And then we have the one remaining session of the competition. Is at 4 p.m. the heavyweight men. Join us then.